High-value sigma males are notorious for having a demeanor that is seen to be emotionless and icy. Because introverts spend so much time thinking inwardly, they have developed the ability to strike a balance between their thoughts and ideas inside before expressing them publicly. This might be off-putting to some people, but it is really an indication that the person is an introvert. High-value sigma males can give others the impression of being distant or icy when they interact with them. This is due to the fact that they are always processing information and attempting to comprehend everything that is going on around them. They do not feel the need to comply to the norms or expectations of society, and as a result, they are sometimes depicted as being eccentric or lone wolves. They would like to be authentic to who they are and the ideas that they hold. Due to the fact that they do not conform to conventional expectations regarding gender roles, they frequently find themselves in the position of being misunderstood. They are not afraid to defy the conventions of society, and they are adamant about not fitting into any certain categorization. Despite the fact that this quality may be seen as unfavorable by some, they are frequently so completely absorbed in a project or other mental activity that they may lose consciousness of the people around them. This is really a strength that helps them to maintain their composure in challenging circumstances and maintain clarity of thought while others are struggling. This gives the impression that they are uncaring and indifferent, when in fact, they are simply preoccupied with something else and not you. The following list provides 10 explanations for why high-value sigma males are how they are. Number 1. They are frequently preoccupied with their own ideas. High-value sigma males are always taking in new information and making an effort to comprehend all that is going on around them. Because of this, it may appear as though they are living in their own world. Because they are frequently lost in battle, this gives the impression that they are unapproachable and icy. They pay attention to the minutest of details and use that information to construct an accurate picture of the scenario. Since of this, they are able to perceive things that other people would overlook because they are always searching for patterns and meanings that are concealed. As they quickly transition from one concept to the next, it may be difficult for those around them to follow their line of thought. High-value sigma males need to be careful not to overwhelm people with their thoughts since it might be overwhelming for those who are not accustomed to thinking at such a quick pace. Individuals who are not used to thinking at such a rapid pace include those who are not used to thinking at such a rapid pace. It seems as though their brain is always operating on overdrive, attempting to take in and make sense of all of the information that is occurring around them. This may be a strength since it can lead to wonderful discoveries, but it can also lead to a sensation of being understood, so, it can be both a strength and a weakness. They are able to think more clearly when they are not bombarded with external stimuli, and they require time to sort through all the information they have taken in and make sense of it. For this reason, high-value sigma males often prefer to spend time alone because it allows them to think more clearly. Take some time for yourself to relax, let your mind wander, and see where it leads you if you find that you are continuously surrounded by people and noise. It's possible that the insights you get may surprise you. Number 2. The persons in question have a reputation for being mysterious and secretive. High-value males that identify as sigma don't have the same urge as females to discuss every aspect of their lives with other people. They are highly quiet people who frequently keep their ideas and emotions to themselves due to their reserved nature. Their introverted character causes them to be more private and reserved than other people, which may give the impression that they are unfriendly. High value before they express their thoughts with others, sigmas often find it helpful to take some time to observe and ponder on relevant topics. In addition to this, they are quite self-reliant and autonomous, which might give the impression that they are evasive or even secretive. Because they don't often reveal a lot about themselves to others, it may be challenging for others to get to know them. People who are attempting to get close to a sigma may find this annoying, but it's merely their demand for seclusion. Women find them intriguing because of their enigmatic nature. Number 3. When it comes to the people that are in their social circle, they are highly picky. High value when it comes to choose who they will let into their social circle, sigma males are notoriously selective. They won't hang around with anyone unless they think they can learn anything fascinating or important from them. This may give the impression that they are snobby, but it is only because they have such high standards. They would prefer have time to themselves than have it wasted on another person. They do not have a link with one another. This in no way indicates that they are unfriendly or unsociable. They merely put more of an emphasis on quality than quantity, in terms of their ties with one another. Because of this strategy, they typically have a very limited circle of very close friends rather than a big number of casual acquaintances. Instead of spending their time and effort on superficial connections, they would focus on cultivating relationships that are deep and important. Despite the fact that most people mistake their selectiveness for arrogance, males who have a high value for sigma tend to limit the number of people in their social circle. Because of this, they are able to build deep connections with the people in their lives and truly get to know those individuals. Number 4. They steer clear of persons who are dull or dramatic. They avoid it at all costs and will frequently go out of their way to avoid people who are dull or dramatic. Boredom and drama are the two things that a high-value sigma despises the most, and they will do whatever it takes to avoid them. This may give the impression that they are cold or impolite, but it is actually a protection mechanism. Having to interact with individuals of this type might put a significant drain on one's energies. They would rather focus their energies on something that would have a more positive impact on their lives. They despise idle chatter and would much rather get to the point immediately. They may appear harsh as a result of this, but the reality is that they just don't see the sense in dancing about the issue. In their view, wasting time chatting about the weather or other pointless issues is a waste of their time. Therefore, if you discover that a SIG is choosing to ignore you, you should. Don't let that bother you on a personal level. They are probably simply attempting to keep themselves from squandering their time on someone else. They don't find it intriguing at all. Number 5. They need time to themselves to be able to rejuvenate. Time is absolutely necessary for recharging one's batteries in a world, as each high-value sigma guy is aware of, alone. Constantly competing for our attention, it might be challenging to carve out the time and space to be alone with oneself. Time spent alone is essential for a high-value sigma in order to maintain concentration and keep a clear brain. It enables individuals to connect with their authentic selves and investigate the desires that lie at their core. It gives individuals the opportunity to think back on their experiences and gain wisdom from those reflections. They find that they are able to concentrate best on their work when they have some time to themselves to work on their tasks. Therefore, if you are experiencing feelings of exhaustion or overload, give yourself some time to relax and you could discover that this is precisely what you need. Although there are many who view time spent alone as a waste of time, it is a strength of high-value sigma males to be able to keep their mental health in check and have a level head. Because it might be overwhelming, being alone with one's thoughts for lengthy periods of time is not something that everyone is able to tolerate. On the other hand, a high-value sigma should take use of this time to think about their life and work on whatever it may be. They are attempting to catch up. Number 6. They don't always seek assistance when they need it. High-value sigma males are notorious for not asking for assistance, even when they are in desperate need of it, because of their natural curiosity. They would rather give it a go on their own before turning to others for assistance, preferring to do so only as a last option. Because of this, they may come out as unyielding, yet what they really detest is the sensation of being powerless. They would prefer work things out on their own rather than depend on the assistance of another person. People who are attempting to assist them may find it difficult to do so since they appear hesitant to accept assistance. They don't do it because they are arrogant or believe they know everything, rather, they regard it as a personal challenge and are gratified when they are able to solve it on their own. They don't assume they know everything because they would rather find the solution themselves. High-value sigma males are the kind of people who, no matter how challenging the circumstances may be, are never satisfied until they have found a solution to the problem. They are confident in their ability to find solutions to any issues that arise, even if only a tiny bit is required. Because of this, The individual will never be content until they discover the optimal answer, which can lead to obsessive thinking and perfectionism. While it is wonderful that they are so determined, it may also lead to their demise at times. They are prone to become so preoccupied with discovering the solution that they neglect to seek for assistance. Number 7. They are not concerned with the approval of other people. High-value Sigma males are not bothered with what the opinions of others may be. They are self-assured in their capabilities and do not require the validation of others in order to achieve success. Others may strive to fit in or conform to what is expected of them, but those individuals are able to remain true to who they are and the objectives that they have set for themselves because they are not affected by the views of other people. Males that are members of high-value Sigma should march to the beat of their own drum. People frequently mistake this independence and view it as a lack of social skills, while high-value Sigma males simply do not care about impressing other people. They are confident in their own value and do not look to others for approval of their decisions. To put it simply, high-value Sigma males don't put much effort into trying to impress other people. They would rather focus their efforts on the accomplishment of their objectives and the pursuit of their own interests. Therefore, if you discover that you are always striving to impress other people, you should pause and ask yourself why. What are you attempting to prove? Nobody except you can decide how much value you place on yourself. Therefore, you shouldn't let other people decide for you. Number 8. They are able to think in a sensible and logical manner. High-value Sigma males are capable of seeing every topic from all sides and making decisions based on the facts rather than their feelings. Because they do not let their sentiments or sentimentality influence their decisions, those who choose this method may come out as icy and emotionless. They are not idealists but rather want to make judgments based on logic and reason. They are extremely pragmatic thinkers. Because of this quality, they are able to maintain composure in stressful circumstances and think rationally even when others are having difficulty. This gives them an advantage over those who are attempting to determine how they feel about something of high value. Sigma males are already attempting to find out what course of action to take regarding this matter. They see the world in terms of causes and consequences, and they are constantly looking for ways to make things better. This analytical attitude can sometimes be perceived as a weakness, giving the impression that the person is emotionally distant from the situation. High-value Sigma guy will never make a decision or buy based on their emotions or on a spur-of-the-moment whim. They never fail to anticipate potential challenges and make preparations for them in advance. This may give the impression that they are always in charge, but it also ensures that they are ready for anything that may come their way. Number 9. They would rather operate independently. High-value Sigma males are not the sort of people that are dependent on having continual supervision or guidance given to them. They are not only fully capable of functioning independently but also frequently choose to do so. Due to the fact that they are so autonomous, this may give the impression that they are uncooperative or even impossible to collaborate with. They can't bear being micromanaged or told what to do, and they'd much prefer work on their own terms and determine their own goals. They can't take the idea of having a boss watching their every move, so they go into business for themselves or work as freelancers since they value their freedom. They need the autonomy to work on their own time and pursue their own idea in order to be successful. They will rapidly develop feelings of dissatisfaction and ineffectiveness if they experience feelings of confinement or suffocation. Sigma males are self-assured enough in their capabilities that they do not require someone to guide them through each stage of the procedure step by step. This in no way indicates that they are unable to collaborate well with others. Sigma males are fully capable of functioning effectively inside a group setting. Nonetheless, they really prefer to organize their work on their own terms. When they do work with other people, they frequently assume leadership roles and take command of the situation. They avoid the limelight not because they are brash or control freaks but because they cannot stand being the center of attention. However, due to their tendency to act autonomously and their innate capacity to assume leadership responsibilities, individuals may find themselves in positions of authority even when they do not seek it. High value because Sigma males like operating in accordance with their own set of guidelines. The normal person views them as peculiar and unfeeling. They are not going to be bothered by this at all since they are okay working alone and not requiring the permission of others to succeed. Number 10. They have a high level of independence and do not seek the approval of anybody else. High-value Sigma males are free-thinking individuals who don't look to others for confirmation or acceptance of their thoughts. They are self-assured and aware that they do not require the approval of others in order to accomplish the objectives they have set for themselves. This might give the impression of arrogance at times because of the high regard in which they hold themselves. Sigma with a high value when it comes to standing out for what they believe in. Guys do not experience fear. Being so self-reliant might give the impression that high-value Sigma is unfriendly or inaccessible at times, but they would much prefer pave their own way than follow in the footsteps of another person, even if it means going against the trend. It's possible that others will have the opinion that they are unconcerned about anybody or anything, when in fact, they simply do not require the approval of anybody else in order to feel good about themselves.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.